Steve, how are you? Good to see you again, buddy. How you doing? Good, good, great to be with you.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for visiting us today at Continental's Culpeper County Assembly Manufacturing Facility. My name is Brandon Lane. I am the plant manager here. It's my honor to welcome you here to our assembly facility today. Thank you very much for coming. This plant's been in Culpeper for 37 years. I'm sure this is going to be a memorable day for all involved. So with that, I would again like to introduce the chairman of the Culpeper County Board of Supervisors, Mr. Stephen E. Nixon.
I just have a couple of words that I'm going to say this morning, and then we're going to turn it over to the people who really want to talk about the presentation of the check and also the grant that they were able to help us get. First off, Alfred Tevis has been a long-time business partner for Culpeper County, and we are really pleased that they've chosen Culpeper as a place to expand their business, to increase our tax base, and also to increase our job opportunities. So I'd like to thank Brandon and his crew and Jeff for their work and diligence. So someone once told me the best way to make a good speech is to make it short and quick. So that's the end of my remarks, and I'm going to work on introducing Miss Ray Carter. So,
good afternoon. As many of you are aware, Governor McAuliffe has made it his top priority to build a new Virginia economy. In his very short 18 months, while he's been in office, he's been hard at work attracting major U.S. and international businesses to the Commonwealth. This year, he was successful in pursuing additional funding from the General Assembly, and thank you, Delegate Scott, for economic development and for tourism. And he also won support for legislation reforming our workforce development system. He has traveled the globe on marketing missions to tell the Virginia story about our excellent business climate. Since the beginning of the governor's administration, 438 economic development announcements have been closed in Virginia with more than $7.69 billion, that's a capital B, billion, in capital investment. Now, this is more than twice the amount of capital investment brought to the Commonwealth by the two previous governors in their 18 months in office. Equally important are Governor McAuliffe's efforts to acknowledge and grow our existing businesses and industries in Virginia, with over 70% of Virginia's economic development announcements coming from existing companies. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce His Excellency, the 72nd Governor of Virginia, Terry McAuliffe.
What an honor to be back in Culpeper County, and I was just earlier this month, did a major announcement in Orange County. Shows that this area is dynamic, and dynamic because of our great leader, Senator. Great to be with you, sir. And Ed Scott, as you know, is retiring. I hate to see you go, Ed. We had a great working relationship. You did not have a better working delegate than Ed Scott. I'll tell you, you did a great job. Thank you, Ed. Great to be with you. Mr. Chairman, great to be with you, and it's great to be back with the Continental folks. I'm here for a great announcement today. As Mary Ray said, I'm focused on economic development. Folks, we have to. Every governor talks about it. We're in a very unique position in Virginia. We are the #1 recipient of Department of Defense dollars, #1. That's great when they're spending money, but when they're cutting like they're doing today, as you know, 2010, 11, and 12, we saw $9.8 billion of defense cuts, most of that in Northern Virginia. We saw a government shutdown in 2013, and we have uncertainty today. No one knows what's going to happen October 1st on sequestration. If it happens the way it is presently scheduled to happen, it will come at us like a sledgehammer on our economy. That's why building the businesses, diversifying the economy, is what I talk about and act on every single day. We've had great success. I just announced a 4.9% unemployment rate, the lowest of any state in the southeast of the United States of America. I just announced we have now 3.82 million Virginians working, the highest level we have ever had in our history, beats the pre-recession number of 3.79 million workers here in the Commonwealth. Joe, thank you, buddy. We just announced, as remember when I became governor, we had a $2.4 billion deficit. I just announced last week the largest surplus in Virginia history, $553 million. We just had our first $2 billion revenue month in the history of the Commonwealth of Virginia last June. And from May 30 to June 30, we saw 13,400 new jobs created, made us the fourth in the United States of America, and the only states ahead of us, New York, California, and Texas, which are twice the size of our population. So, folks, we're on a roll. We can keep it going. And working with our great senators, we're going to get this sequestration figured out. Right, Joe? We got to get our Congress working. I know our great delegation's doing a great job, but I'm here today to make a great announcement on behalf of Continental. I am here to announce that they are investing $49 million in their new facility and immediately coming out with 25 new high-paying jobs right here at this facility. Yeah, thank you, buddy. And even better than that, folks, it came down to the Commonwealth of Virginia and the country of Mexico, and we beat them here in Culpeper, Virginia. This is a three-phase project, and this is the beginning of those investments. And I know that we have an entirely new braking system, which we're going to be producing behind me. We're going to be producing a new air suspension pump. And as you know, with the economy moving at the level, everybody is now buying cars and trucks. Things are moving, and this plant is really poised. But this investment is really about the future, to make sure that with all the expansions and the new technologies that occur, that we're able to do that here in Culpeper, Virginia. So the money being invested here is going to make this plant the 21st century plant. So very shortly, I actually believe that Continental is going to shut down everything they have all over the globe, and they're going to move everything to Virginia. I get that feeling, don't you? As has been mentioned, the facility's been here for 37 years, and since 2012, 5 million valve blocks per year have been manufactured right here behind me. Let's give that a great round of applause. It sounds like a lot of valve pumps to me. And I want to thank, first of all, the plants received great awards. I know it was the Culpeper Business of the Year. I know that Ford Motor Company has given great awards to you, and I want to thank all of the employees here today and involved in the facility. We're going to take a tour, but I really want to give a shout out to Brandon. Let's hear it for our great plant manager who does a great job. And Jeff, let me tell you something. I am so excited. Last year, he and I stood together down in Newport News and had another major announcement by Continental, $150 million new investment in their Newport News plant, created 500 new jobs in their chassis facility down in Newport News. Let me tell you, folks, we love Continental in Virginia, don't we, folks? I'm telling you, Jeff, I got the feeling, man, it can all be here. Look at this land for expansion here. I can see another facility out there. Field of Dreams. I dream big. I want to thank everybody who was part of this great operation we have here with the announcements that Continental's done in Newport News with the powertrain and the new pumps and the new brakes here. So I'm excited about what this means for Virginia. Building advanced manufacturing is what we have to do to be competitive. I want to thank all the folks. Tim, I want to thank VEDP. Stand up. I want to thank Tim Steller from VEDP. I want to thank everybody at Culpeper County who worked so hard to make this possible today. As you know, we're going to do a little check presentation, but we presented $175,000 from our Commonwealth Opportunity Fund. We also put up $500,000 from our Virginia Investment Partnership Grant Fund, which we also put into this, and then there'll be more money from our jobs investment program that we have. So I want to thank everybody. What I'd like to do now, Steve, is present to you a check.
I'll take it. I
know you will, for $175,000 for this effort here today. You like it? Great. And Jeff, why don't you come up here, and Brandon, I got a little present for you. Now, as you know, I know you got facilities all over the globe. I know I already gave you one of these that we had down in Newport News. Our great capital, I live in the oldest governor's mansion in America, but across the street is our beautiful Capitol, which Thomas Jefferson actually designed. The scale model that he designed, 1785, is in the Capitol. We've got a beautiful statue of George Washington, the only one he personally stood for. They put plaster all over his body. Now, you can't find that any other state capital in the United States of America or anywhere else in the globe. Those other worthless 49 states. I'm talking about Virginia. So, this is a beautiful flag that flew, and you can't find it in Mexico, I know that. So, this is a flag that flew over our Capitol. I want you, early this morning, I got up on a little ladder, and we put it up over the well, that part may not be true, but this flag did fly over the Capitol, folks. So, honestly, on behalf of all the citizens of the Commonwealth of Virginia, once we finish up this new expansion project for us, just as we did in Newport News, which I know is now flying in Newport News, on behalf of all the citizens of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Brandon, we thank you, and we just, as a token of our appreciation, and all the taxpayers and everybody else, thank you for your continued investment in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And the next time I come back, I want to see this flag proudly flying, which flew over our Capitol, now flying over the Continental facility here. Thank you very much. All right, buddy. Great. Thanks, all right, buddy. Thank you. Great.
So thanks, Governor, and good afternoon. And Catherine, please let me make sure that next time I don't follow the governor, because he's a tough act to follow, let me tell you. But good afternoon. I'm really excited to be here today to represent Continental, because it is a significant announcement in this facility here in Culpeper. And on behalf of the entire management team, really, and all of our employees, and all of our employees in the U.S., I'd really like to extend as well a special welcome to the governor, to Mary Ray. Thank you. Mary Ray, thank you very much. And also to Chairman Nixon and all the community officials and other dignitaries. Thank you very much for making an effort to be here with us. It's a big day for us, and we appreciate it. Our continued investment in this facility is really made possible by the strong support of the Commonwealth of Virginia and Culpeper County. And we are incredibly grateful for the efforts to help us expand our operations and bring jobs not only to this area, but this great Commonwealth. Continental's proud of our talented workforce here in Virginia, and I've been with the company 26 years, and I've seen this facility grow and grow and grow, and it's really pleasing to be here today and make another investment announcement. I would like to personally also recognize and thank the Culpeper County plant employees. You have made this facility what it is today, and with your success and your commitment to quality and efficiency, it's really, truly world-class. And we look forward to each of you contributing to that going forward. Again, thank you to our distinguished guests. Brandon, thank you for your leadership and the entire leadership team for all that you do. Please keep it up. You guys are doing a great job.
Actually, I would just like to thank the governor for coming. Thank you for the check. Appreciate it very much, sir. Thank you for the VDEC and also everybody for coming out today. It's pretty warm in here. Unless anybody has any questions, they'd like to add something to the comments, let's go home. So Brandon's got a few minutes. You can close up.
So what an exciting day for Continental. What an exciting day for Culpeper. And what an exciting day for the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you. The significant news announced by the governor really couldn't have been accomplished without the help of some very key people and some very specific groups. So I want to just touch on those. I'll go quickly. I realize how warm it is in here. First, I want to talk about our facilities workforce. Really, none of this would have been possible without significant productivity gains and really a lot of hard work. So please, for the part of the workforce that's in the tent, thank you very much. And for the folks that are still in the factory, we need to be very appreciative of those folks' efforts also, okay? I also want to speak about the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, and specifically Tim Stuller, who helped us navigate through on our way to this award. So thank you, Tim. I also wanted to talk about the Culpeper County Department for Economic Development, and I wanted to specifically mention Carl Sachs, who helped us out with this also. Governor McAuliffe, thank you very much for your past, your present, and your future support of manufacturing in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and thank you for your continued support of Continental. And Jeff, thank you very much for your support and for the support of the entire Continental executive team to trust us and to trust us with this investment, and that we'll make sure that we do all the right things with it. Thank you very much.